And we should be alive once more. Just making sure YouTube is actually catching up. But I think we should be fine. Yep, just fine. Alrighty. So, today, I kind of just want to try and play some low-tier stuff. See what decompression really did to it. That and, well, playing battleships for nothing but weeks straight can be a bit boring. So I think I'll just jump right into it with this 4.7 lineup. So it is a bit of a waste of this booster, but oh well. Hello there. Got a few lineups already ready to use. I'm probably going to be jumping between. But yeah. I have noticed that the queue times are a little bit long again, but oh well. It is still the naval queues. And all we can really do is wait. There we go, our first match. North Port is a bit awkward for Yubari, especially that south spawn. Do we risk Kyoshima opening to just get into B? Try and deal with some coastal vessels at 4.7, we won't see a lot of them. There's a lot of destroyers around. We are in a down tier, Matsu's 3.7. Yeah, you can actually see the vehicle now when you scroll over it. Okay, slide up there, 5-0. And let's get Yubari to join our squadron mate. Okay, I'll start Kako. It doesn't immediately seem to be going for the A point. Ah, there, J-Power and Jork. At least Jabari isn't too slow for a early cruiser. Also, I need to disable this, but I don't need manual control at 120. And yes, I did just start. Already lost a mixture? Or spawn? You can shoot over those islands, but really? Okay. Also need to remember that I need to do this. Although that'll be fine. And if we see something that isn't fine, then we'll disable it. I think that's just a feature, really. So I haven't really noticed any real increase in magazine vulnerability or sensitivity. Although I do say that, but there's quite a few people blowing up. Amateur immediately left, okay. Anti-mech is a pretty good order because you do get a lot of assault out of it. I haven't had that happen. If you take a reduced ammo load, a severely reduced ammo load, you'll prevent a lot of that fire damage. And the only ships that really seem to suffer from it at the moment seem to be the Scharnhorst. Scharnhorst and Gneiss now. At least from my experience. But the ships I've played haven't really suffered too much from the ammo elevator fires. Oh, that's a tournament player, isn't it, Lombardo? Oh boy. Yamato does not suffer from fire in the elevator because it just blows up before there's any chance for a fire to be set there. I have heard Bismarck suffers from it, but that's the German battleships that suffer from it. Just take a severely reduced ammo load. Usually helps. .37, that's from the Kako that we spotted earlier. So our route is going to be going in here to the B point. And we are losing player destroyers like flies incredibly quickly. But concerning. Yeah, that's also probably the reason. Because if the first thing the fire reaches is your magazine and not your shell room, it's a bit of an oof. It really does seem to be something wrong. Seem to be blowing up every left, right and center. Yeah, I think that top spawn is like compromised now by enemy destroyers, which will be a bit of an issue. Also, your cap is going to get decapped. Actually, hold on. Let's do some high explosive. So I'm aiming at 25. Where did the shells land? Almost at 40? Beyond 40 even. So he is slowing down, but let's see what happens. Is he slowing down? He is slowing down quite a bit. Let's keep our lead. Let's aim at Tharish. Still too short. That's at about 20-ish. I think he's going to start accelerating anytime soon now. So I'm going to keep shooting at 20 in the hope that it'll just accelerate straight into it. Although it seems like he's flying away. Not gonna hit him. So back to the sap. Lombardo already got 8 kills in a few minutes. And one of our squads leave because he just ran out of spawns. Why is there a Barker at this BR? Oh, he got up-tiered by a squad mate, I think. So not by a lot. Wait, what? Yes, 4.3 battle rating and we're 5-0 match. Rough up there for them. Actually, we're in a 5-3 match, aren't we? Because the border and stuff is 5-3 nowadays. Yeah, we're in a 5-3 match. Completely forgot that this American 8-gun DDs are 5-3 now. The Lombardo is still tearing our team to shreds. I can understand Yakuzuki moving up to 5.0. The HE is not nearly as weak as it used to be. And this AI is literally moving away to block me perfectly, isn't he? So let's slow down a bit, because the AI is most likely going to start accelerating. There we go. Hostile Kako is there. Okay, that's still fine. Okay, the plane that was over near the A point got shot down, so that's good. We've got an AI over here. And a player SKR. That's annoying. Where exactly is he? Let's put gunners to all targets, because S-25s will open up against the SKR, because it's a frigate. And can I shoot over this island? I can with the rear guns, but that dispersion is horrible. Yeah, no longer can. Where exactly is he? He's over there. It's really a threat to me. He's not at the moment. Oh, hello! And my 25s are opening up on the SKR as well, that's great. I do have torpedoes though, I'm not afraid to use them. Problem is that these have reloads, so I can't switch off of the launcher when I fired both, which is annoying. The SKR's on that side now. Torpedoes will hit. Just trust that the torpedoes will hit. There they go. Didn't kill, which is a real shame. Luckily I'm in a cruiser, so the SKR's HE is not doing too much. Let's put the gunners on you again. What the hell am I doing? What did my torpedoes do to him exactly? It doesn't seem all that damaged. Lost my bridge, that's fine. Torpedoes from the SKR. I should have seen that one coming, but I lost my bridge. But still good. Doesn't matter that I hit that far back, I didn't see any flooding on him. Which is the wildest part. Doing 2 repairs at once isn't really good. Too far back to hit his magazine. There we go. Keep moving.
Attack the A point. Attack the B point.
Did get a Murmansk behind us, that's great. Has some excellent fire support. And we're on the B point. With a little bit of excitement. Okay, there's the Kako, but we can just get in behind this rock. Just gonna mark him again, so my Murmansk is aware of him. I think he has other troubles. This is an Ayanami. An AI Ayanami, okay. I wasn't expecting that to be an AI ship. I think all of these are AIs actually. Yeah, we are not in a good position as a match. Lombardo just slaughter our entire destroyer force that spawned up here. Okay. That's a torpedo bomber. I see the torpedo. It's gone. Torpedo's away, but I don't see it. But I will move anyways. Be careful of the Kako, but they're still fine. I love the Yubari. It's a fun little boat. At least in my experience. That is very concerning. What is that shooting me? Okay, Z-43 only has base use high explosive. Not the greatest concern. So it will eventually sink me if it's given a chance. I'm just in a very awkward spot and Yubari does not like turning its guns around. Okay. Just get behind this rock, getting cover from the destroyer. The Kako just went off over there, so I'm safe from it. I think it's a bit of a combination of both. From what I remember, Lombardo is a tournament player, a naval tournament player, and he is, yeah, just annihilated all of our teammates that spawned in destroyers over here. Is there an easy ammo rack? I think this looks like a juicy ammo rack, just below, behind the third turret. Let's see if I can snipe that. I did nothing to it, okay. Is that even an ammo rack? There's nothing there, okay. Is he carrying his torpedoes? Well, if he's going to sit still there, I can just torpedo him. Let's see if I can just get a cheeky rack. No, I can't. He's still sitting still, but it is a good shout to shoot his boilers, because if he can't move, my torpedoes will definitely hit. He's trying to move away, but just destroy his engines. Some slow torpedoes. I didn't put any torpedo mode on them, did I? No, that's just their default speed, okay. We're still doing fine. Just don't repair, will be good. Well, we're fine somehow. Not quite sure what torpedoed me there. Oh, it's gonna be that destroyer, of course. But we're fine. Since we're slow, we're not flooding. Since we're stationary, really. He does have more torpedoes, though. Pickle here. I don't know if I can ammo rack this guy. Because my guns can't really depress over the bow. Yep, more torpedoes on the way, and those will hurt. They'll hurt a lot. There we go. I just drifted out of the cap like a moron. But oh well. Did I hit the Kako yet? Or will I hit the Kako is a better question. I think this is a bad idea. Seeing that, I don't like seeing that. Let's go spawn a plane and see what's going on over there. I have a good feeling if I spawn a destroyer, I'll just get hit from all angles. And to see what the torpedoes did to the Kako, because the Kako still seems to be in, you know, the area that'll get hit by my torpedoes. It's kind of annoying you don't see torpedo trails from the sky anymore. I really didn't keep track on whether or not I hit that Kako or not. I was a bit too occupied by the Bagley. This is sadly going to be defeat just because the enemy had a better destroyer captain. That's also still, I think, the same guy. Although I'd be surprised he made it that far that quickly. You only have a limited space to run, so let's do that. I think it misses actually, I think I overshot him there. If he turns in, maybe I can catch his rear. Oh, that actually looks pretty... it's gonna be over by a long shot, never mind. Yeah, it was over. Oh well. We did what we could. Now, did we actually hit that Kako with torpedoes? We did. Okay, what kind of damage did we do? Okay, that's actually pretty substantial damage. So did we actually sink it? Does it not tell me? Hold on. We set a fire to the Kako, but we didn't sink it. Did it sink in general? So that's the Moskva. There's Kako. So the Kako didn't sink. Okay. But I assume he was permanently flooding, and that's why he just remained stationary to not actually flood to death. Where are my torpedoes on you, Barry? Yeah, not the strongest. I think we'll just do one more. Then maybe I'll move up to 5.3 of Agano. I mean, it was a pretty fun match, just a little bit disappointing that our team folded that hard in the destroyer department. Sure, Cactus. Oh yeah, they're just old torpedoes. If you look at their older ships, they do have non-long same map, but the better side this time, because this time instead of having to go around the island, I have a straight shot straight into B. I really shouldn't be going brawling with the Yubari, to be honest, because it is not a good brawling ship. But I just love fighting around the B point too much on this map. What are we looking like? Up there again to 5.3. I'm really curious if we're going to play Agano, if we're going to get up there to 6.3 then. Or if we're going to get it down to like this. Okay, the Murmansk we had on our team last match is now the enemy team, which is a bit of a shame. This guy was on the enemy team last match as well. That looks lower than it was, but I might be mistaken. So that was a big giant glacier like that as well. Must be misremembering things. That or there's just some rocks on the edges that haven't been rendered in yet. Match is filling up quite decently, although I'm a bit confused about what the... Wait, A2 is a 4-3 now? Huh. I'm so unfamiliar with what all these BRs now are nowadays. The battles are still 4-7, that's pretty fun. Ooh, 5-7, okay. So he's like the only 5-7 on our team. He spawns a PT boat first, really? Really? That hurts. It hurts seeing a 5-7 cruiser lineup and then just spawning a PT boat first. No, I think that's what it is. It's just the trees not rendering in. Because the white island looked a bit off to me. Kind of curious to see what... I was about to say, I'm curious to see what lineups are like viable nowadays, and then the first one I hover over now is this one. Yikes.
Our victory is near.
That looks fun. Okay. Actually, does the US have any 5.3 cruisers nowadays? Because I'm seeing this lineup and I'm thinking, why would you not put a 5.3 cruiser in there? But I don't think the Americans have any, do they? Atlanta was one of their only ones and that got moved up. I think all of the 8-inch cruisers moved up as well, so... And that's a bit awkward then. That's an awkward lineup as well. Okay. It's kind of interesting seeing how people make their lineups. What's the cowl like? A pure 4.7 premium lineup by the looks of it. With cool bow as well. Interesting. All of our PT was just getting slaughtered by the destroyers, as, you know, would be the case.
We have most of the zones. Mercy.
Is the wait, Detroit is 5-3? That's not right. Do we have a Detroit in this match? But I believe that Detroit is 5-0 since the other Omahas are 5-0. Yeah, there's Detroit 5-0.
Victory is close.
I should probably rotate towards the C point now, but at the same time...
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Yeah, they only have the destroyers, it's 5-3, that's a bit wild. You know, I'm conflicted whether or not I should defend B or attack C. But I get the feeling I should go for defense rather than offense. Despite it maybe being a bit more boring. Okay. I'll take that one. Definitely was not a kill steal. Absolutely not. team is holding up a lot better this time round. Probably largely because we're not fighting a... Well, actually, I think in general that this side is just the better side of this map. Because the cruisers have a straight shot into B and C, and the destroyers actually have a clean line into C, all the way from their spawn. So if the enemy is hanging around C, you can just shoot them from spawn, whilst this side, you have to go a little bit wide to actually start engaging the C point. That gives a lot of time and opportunity for this side to actually get into cover, and be ready for the time that this spawn point goes to the C point. So I get the distinct feeling this map is just biased. Oh, hello there, V990. One of the Navy crew as well. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Okay. Gunners on all targets. I want it dead. Good lead. Over. Running for a torpedo run, you cheeky little... The torpedo will never hit if it tries to go for a run. Can't shoot over the rocks, sadly. Not enough lead. Oh, never mind, it was enough lead. Okay, we do have some German destroyers over there. So instead of turning in, we'll show our broadside and try and deal with them. Artillery strike from the coastal. We expected. Luckily I actually slowed down, or else I would have sailed right into it. This is where it will go down before it can cap. Luckily it's also a German destroyer, they only have base use explosive, and that will not really go through my armored belt. Even better for me is that the two German destroyers came at me one by one. I need to be careful of him. My spidey sense tinkling there for a second, thinking, I could get attacked by another coastal if I'm not careful. So we back up, because he most likely will have dropped his torpedoes. The bridge is back up as well. We do really need to get into the cap there, actually. But first, we need to deal with the destroyer. We just fall steaming out of that corner. Let's try and cripple the engines first. And then shoot the rear. Or just shoot more engines. And even more engines, I guess. Come on, one final shot. Rear turrets, maybe? A bit high. Now, where did that V990 go? Luckily, I am covered in 25, so there's the V990. Let's actually manually switch to the 25s. I get the feeling he saved his torpedoes. Okay, now we've got that awkward thing going on where I can't depress my guns. Just turn on the depression at the front. There we go. There's one torpedo off my starboard bow. Shooting past me. I don't see a second one underwater. We are safe. Got some friendlies capturing the sea point. That's great. I'm in the middle of an artillery strike, but I should be moving out of it. And shoot into the smoke screen. Mines ahead. We are not in the path of the V990. We're good. We're fine. But that was something I didn't consider. Mine should be well behind me now. We should be safe. Z-46 in front of me sank. So I should have a clean shot into the B point. That's concerning. So I'm happy it exploded there. Now, having that mine alert from the V990, I do need to remember that he did run through the B point earlier in the V990. So there might be more mines in here. Oh, hello there. How do I deal with you exactly? Because I can't shoot your hull. I can't shoot your turrets. Torpedoes? Okay, okay. We can miss the rear one, but not the middle one. Let's slow the hell down. More. More torpedo threats. I can't dodge those torpedoes, I think. Don't quite sure what happened there, but I should be able to take down this steering class with me. Capture point has been taken. Steering class will be sinking. More torpedoes. And there we go. Still, another 5 kills. And game over before I can even spawn another time. And some free backups for Yabari. So that's pretty fun. Now the new and improved 5-3 lineup. With now the 2 heavy cruisers being 5-3 as well. Also, Cactus, it was you that wanted to join me, wasn't it? Do I have you in the friends list? I do. Was it you that wanted to join? Yeah. So you might have to eat me an invite, actually. Do I actually have the camos for these 2 ships yet? I don't. Okay. Definitely need to be working on that then. Is it you, Cactus? I believe that was just somebody from last match, wasn't it? Okay, that was you. There we go. I should actually bring a plane as well, shouldn't I? P1Y1 never disappoints. Let's replace Sendai. And we'll first spawn a Gano, then switch to Furutaka. Northport again. Okay, this time the bad side. Let's reduce our ammo load a little bit. I don't really need TF on the main guns. It's half our secondaries as well. And off we go. At least this time around I do have boat planes of my own. Does seem like we're in a down tier again. 4-7, 5-0, 5-3, 4-7. Could be a 5-7 match. We don't know. Oop. It seems we're both in backed out Aganos. I just go by feeling, really. Don't think it really matters on Agano whether or not you take max ammo or not. Let's prepare a float plane. And we'll launch. Get rid of the bombs because they're just dead weight. Completely synced up launch apparently. I do need to increase speed again and try not to run into an island. Yeah, that's not the point. The thing about taking reduced ammo is that the amount of damage your ammo rack explosion, when it explodes, does gets reduced when you take less ammo. Could probably smoke some more, but I'm not gonna forget what the maximum altitude is for smoke again. So it was 50. We're still on a good course. My AA gunner should be on though, just in case. I mean, yeah, you can't, but that's not the point. You should reduce your ammo load on all ships if you can, just because on every ship now, if you take a reduced ammo load, it will reduce the damage the ammo rack detonation does. So it's worth it on all of them to reduce your ammo load. Or it should be. Bit of a shame you can't decorate the aircraft your ship launch. It'd be incredibly fun. That's actually something I need to... I'm not too sure about, but there's new multi-vehicle SAM systems. Can you actually decorate both of those vehicles? Or decorate your launcher separately to your radar vehicle? Still good. It's a bit of a steep climb. Don't immediately see any other hostile float planes. What I'm going to do now is set up my float plane for a little bit of a standby circle. Which is just 300 meters, that's fine. And now if we do the circle, it should do a... Oh? That's new. I didn't know you could change the radius and stuff. Hold on. So... Oh. Hold on, how does this work? I need to check this out. I didn't know you could change radius of the orbit. That's cool. I don't want it to be too tight. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. I need to check out those controls because I didn't know that. It's probably hidden in the patch notes with the ground UAVs rather than the airborne ones. That's something I didn't know. Since we're still sailing around, okay, there's still a spade at Agano. I never know if I actually remove modifications of my ships or not sometimes. But I am curious about that. Orbit was one of the controls, wasn't it? So will that be an aircraft? No. Is it in ground vehicles? No. Common? No. Helicopter? Of course, there you have a float there now. Oh, Jesus, okay. Ah, it's an AI that shot me down. That's... makes sense. So the vehicle's under attack, okay. And the Terra Nova as well. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I need to look into that more. Because, yeah, that was interesting. Where is the metric? He's on the B point. Okay, great. You see, I have this little bit of a pet theory. I think it will be able to think the same way as well. Is that these auxiliary SPA systems are a nice little test or try towards carriers. Not a little step towards carriers, but I'd like to cope about, I think. Because there's some interesting stuff with it. I like the fact that how they have made a vehicle that folders to have sub-vehicles. I think it's very interesting. It could have some interesting implications for carriers. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess, for what will actually happen to those. Ooh, okay. Not a Pensacola, so it's a Northampton or a... I keep forgetting what the other one is. Portland. And what is it? It's a Portland, okay. I don't think deployable boats will ever really be a thing. Because there's nothing you can really... I don't know. There's nothing you can really do from a ship with deployable boats. I was about to murder the Mitchell if it came around the corner. I mean, would it? Is the player Murmansk? They're Fletcher in front, that's not really a problem. Portland is currently unaware of my presence, so let's keep it that way. I'm a bit close to the island apparently. There's an AI destroyer. Murmansk is right there.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
PBJ, I'm not too worried about the PBJ because PBJs do not have bomb sites. So you can't do accurate high altitude bombing. And the an AI impetuous already just shot him out of the sky. Okay, is it? Where is that impetuous? Oh. That'll be a mystery, I guess. Now, where's it? Portland? I think we're safe from it. Paranoid about having a Portland just out there though. Of course. I haven't yet. The Bravi is still not able to fire the missiles under AI control. That's a big hit on that AI.
The Allied forces have captured a zone.
Trying to just get the angle in the rear magazine there. Almost. There we go. And this one's presenting himself next. There we go. Now what shot me from there? Fletcher, by the looks of it. Now Fletcher, you do have a vulnerable rear magazine, you know that, right? If I can hit it. If I can hit it. Pop. And there he goes. And I got my float plane back apparently. Two fully decked out Aganos. Lovely. I need to make some screeches from this later on. Trying to figure out what the depot was, but now I know. Can't really arc over the island, can we? Kind of. Very much kind of. There we go. Cheeky little kill. Hello, PT bird. Okay. Be gone. Spawn protection, that is not great. Still spawn protection. Good boy. Come on, third and full reverse. Okay, I'm missing one of my engines, that doesn't help. I'm not seeing any torpedoes in the water though. Which is a bit weird. Let's load some high explosive just in case we see the PT bird again. There's an enemy Fletcher behind us. But it's not really a problem. And the PGA-10 has been dealt with. So back to loading some sap. Portland is still on the loose over from the north. So let's see if we can have some fun over there. More aircraft up apparently. And this game is going to be over long before I get to the sea point. There we go. Another Terra Nova sniping a plane out of the sky. I have noticed that these long-range snipes are happening from radar ships, though. Or at least some more modern ships. So it might have something to do with it. So that was pretty fun, although getting Northport 3 times in a row is a bit something. But we can do it one more time. I'm going to rename that though. To having, because we might get some good screenshots out of that, if I remember to take some. Nothing really much for me to look at my coastal tree. Just for the fun of it. I haven't really played 5.0s because I'm already kind of familiar with them and it didn't really change much. You have Tama and Sendai, which has just remained at 5.0. And then you have Isuzu, which is just sad. You have Kako, which got up there to 5.0, although it does seem to be okay-ish. I don't know. I just wanted to... I don't have to play every single BR. So what is my 5.0 line? I can actually look at it. I can't. Yeah. Just wanted to hop around the BRs a bit, see what it's like. Not really. She can be pretty fun if you can get her into the right circumstances, but in general, not the greatest. Although I don't think I've actually replayed it ever since the HE buff. Just not really a big fan of those low velocity guns. There we go, another match. Fuego. Where do I take a cruiser on this map? I also get a feeling this is going to be an up tier. Although, 5.0. Hold on, 5.0, 5.0. 5.3, 5.7. So slight up tier-ish. Okay, let's see what we can do. I might. It's already actually kind of scary, a little bad. It's not the worst thing we have to deal with. Some destroyers. But we are running for cover as soon as possible. You can. If you hover over their name, you can see their full lineup. Well, of course, in realistic battles, only for your own team. I'm already getting tapped by Moffats. Great stuff. That's not nearly enough lead. Okay, they're going fast. Good kill on the Davis. Going a long range like this probably isn't the best idea with a Gano. Could work though. It's just the beginning of this 5-3 match. And actually also the first long-range map I've played at this BR. The matchmaking doesn't look all that rough. It's also weirdly like a 5-3 to a 4-7 match? No, it's a 5-7 to 5-0 match rather. So I haven't seen any actual 6-0s on my team. I haven't seen any yet on the enemy team. Yeah, definitely. I'd agree with that. Also, some low BR destroyers can be pretty fun as well. 4-0, 4-3. Can be really fun. Yeah, Gano is definitely not made for these kind of combat ranges. Just jumped into one of the heavy cruisers. Let's be a little bit aggressive just to throw the ship away, maybe.
The enemy is winning.
I haven't really played 6-0 cruisers. That's probably something I should play at some point. Actually, no, I have been playing 6-0. I've been playing the Russian light cruisers, trying to spray them now that they've been folded. They're cheap. I haven't... What have I played recently? I don't remember. But I do remember that experience being a bit of a mixed bag. Because the problem you have with playing 6-0s nowadays is if you do get pulled up into Battleship matchmaking, you'll get Battleship maps. And it is not fun getting a 20-kilometer spawn-to-spawn map in a light cruiser. It's a bit painful. There is a Fargo on our team, so this is a 6-0 match. There's not an awful lot of 6-0s. Fargo should be having a very fun match if he knows what he's doing. And it's the same Portland from last match, okay. I don't think I've ever used those things as sap spammers. I don't like the sap in the Chapayas and Sverdlovs. Because it just doesn't do anything to cruisers. Bit of a big hit there. I'm not entirely sure what crew compartments I lost. Also, what I should be doing in my Nagano is just throwing out torpedoes. I'm a little bit shocked that I haven't yet. There's destroyed crew compartments, okay. So let's line up some torpedoes. We're probably not going to hit anything, but that doesn't matter, that's not why I'm launching them. So let's wait for the torpedo reload and then we'll launch in the direction of their cruisers. Okay, I guess that was my kill. After we're done with this torpedo spread, And we'll go launch our float point towards the sea point. And I made a mistake. So I have to wait for torpedo reload. And now I can't launch the torpedoes from the rear launcher for some reason. Because torpedo launching is still bugged and has been for years to my knowledge.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
There we go. All the torpedoes away. Now let's get the float plane out. Now, the best course of action would actually be to decap the B&A point. But I don't know what the situation is over in those directions, so I'm not going to try. That looks battleship shaped to me. I could be incredibly wrong. Is a battleship up in Nassau. Okay. Oh well. Keep a little bit of power up, so we're removing targets. There's a big cap, so we can just do this. Come on. The ship is about to collide with an island, but that's fine. Just hold it. And now we'll just do some touch and goes on the B&A point, if possible. You need to be careful, because when you're in a plane, your ship will just keep executing the last command. So if you're doing full stop with the B button, it'll actually just keep going in full reverse rather than actual full stopping. That Fargo seems to be sinking, so we definitely need to touch and go. These things I need to be very careful I don't rip off my pontoons, because I've done it before and I don't want to do it again. Good. Touch and go. Okay, maybe not go, because there is a PT boat that just shot down our aircraft. That means that it could recapture the A point really easily. Fully capture the point, if possible. Let's take off again. Okay, our Fargo is actually still afloat. I thought he was flooding a bit more severely than that. The enemy's capturing C, really? I don't know if it's capturing C. Is it the destroyer? It is the destroyer.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack.
Not quite sure where the rear gun wasn't opening up to begin with, but okay. Low the entire time. Gale assist is fine. And of course, What actually shot me down there? It was the PTA-10. Okay.
両舷停止識別完了目標小型艇
I'm never gonna hit a PTA-10 from this range. Shouldn't try. Or I shouldn't bother.
目標軽巡洋艦思うか
What is the range? Almost 5 kilometers. Just, yeah. Even the spider thing only has I think it's a 6 centimeter belt, 60 millimeters. That is enough to actually semi-reliably stop my shells, and it's very depressing. That doesn't make sense, unless it was a torpedo hit. And the problem is, I could just try to rush the sea point again, but there is an enemy battleship on the other side of this island, and I have no torpedoes left. Should probably actually start taking coastal vessels in my lineup as well. I'll steal that kill, but I do not care. If I actually could hit. There we go. Well, the thing is, coastal vessels by default don't actually necessarily win domination. They very much have an advantage. It's people being a bit reluctant to actually move that usually wins them the match. You also don't really see an awful lot of floatplane usage. You'll often see like 1 or 2 a match to get the caps early, but after that you don't see an awful lot of floatplanes. Probably because they don't really have any other utility except for capture points. You could have guessed that a 6-0 battleship and a full bounty with no other battleship opponents can get a crazy score. Alrighty, I will just not push in front. There goes an SA. Okay, time to push. Go straight for the sea point. And the enemy's cap should be okay. Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good use of the floatplane, you see. I really wish I could like you see, but I just don't. The game mode has a lot of potential. We're good to go into Prince Eugen. You did, Cactus. Your torpedo sunk him. Just full speed ahead. That was such a close salvo towards that magazine. Shooting over. Just keep going to the sea point. Overshooting, and it's making me not happy. Okay. Okay, straddle, sure. One more salvo towards the ammo rack, and if it doesn't ammo rack it, I need to start shooting the engines. Somehow I'm still afloat though. Short by 30 meters, okay. At least this Fletcher seems to be shooting an awful lot short as well. If we lose 3 more ships, we're done. And this move might actually cost us one of those 3 ships. Great, that's all I can do really. Okay, there goes that Fletcher at least. And not my free crew. An enemy Agano, although it is an AI. Well, let's take it for the Taka and probably actually reduce our ammo load a bit. If we lose one more friendly, it's game over. And there we go. Our coastal vessel did it. Ah, that's a bit annoying. But oh well. I am tempted to jump to another BR, but I'm not quite sure which. Could do some 4.0, actually try out the new Yukikaze. So if you're fine with Speedy, I'm going to do 4.0. If you want to continue your 5-3 gaming, I'll just hop out of the squad. Well, get your lineup ready then. This should be a pretty fun 4.0 lineup as well. So I don't really see the point of this Otsu, because both of these are bombers and take the bomber spawn point cost. Do you have any fighters on here? I do, but not for the BR, of course. Let's see, because yeah, I can get them P1Y in there as well, but let's do the P7. Some more fun. Actually, this one doesn't get any bombs, does it? Nope. And that's not the one I want to click. Change vehicle. I do believe the other key 45s get bombs. Does a key 1 or 2 get bombs? It doesn't. There it is. Oh, 2 250s as well. That's pretty good. Okay. Off we go. don't think I've actually played the ship yet. I have not yet played my Yukikaze, okay. Not an awful lot of lineup choice, really, for Yukikaze now. So, of course, you can take it of Harukaze, which is a nice ship. And then Ayanami, I guess. JDS Ayanami. And not an awful lot of 4.0 destroyers anymore for Japan, I think. Hatsuhara and Ayanami used to be 4.0. And there we go, another match. Golden Bay is not great for destroyers, but for torpedo destroyers, maybe. Actually, yeah, no, I'm going for Universal. That one more AP round is definitely nice to have. I think I want to take this spawn so I can take a bit of a shallower angle into the other points. And so I can get my torpedoes away. A Fletcher, really? Okay, so we're in a 4-7 match at least. Yep. 4-7-3-7, okay. Gonna be a bit rough. Let's start launching the torpedo spread. Pretty wide. I want to switch launcher, but it didn't. That's something I probably should re-bug report at some point as well. Is the fact you cannot switch torpedo launchers if they have a reload available. And if you emptied one of your torpedo launchers whilst yeah, it has that reload. So it's really annoying. You can't set up full torpedo spreads like you used to anymore. Let's do some general wide fan of torpedoes. And why cannot launch the second two? Who knows? Is it because they're still reloading? It is because they're still reloading. And then I can't fire these two for some reason. Seems the enemy had quite a few low-tier coastals lying around. And their LCS just murdered all of them. There we go, a soup of torpedoes out in the water. And it seems that Barker's going to run into a few of them, maybe? Maybe not. These torpedoes shouldn't have a torpedo mode, so it should be fine. Hold on, what did it say? Okay, 90... Why does this one show the arcade stats? Okay. Interesting. Let's see what we can do with the guns. Is... Uh-oh. Well. I haven't actually really been playing a lot of ships recently. And I have, it's usually battleships. So I don't actually know how those ships fare. Nope. There's an Etna out there, okay. This can actually pen that with my guns. Some kind of cluster going up ahead of me. don't think I'm going to do much against the cruiser with my guns. What on earth is going on here? I still find it very weird that you can't use the 76 together with the 127s. Oh, that might actually detonate the Satsuki if I can keep shooting the shell room. There's an AI though, so it doesn't really matter. I know, I remember that bug reported, but the really weird thing is that not the Mitchell, the Wilkinson can still do it, which is just a bit insulting. Whilst its 76s are actually really dangerous to be able to use together with the let's try and shoot some other targets. I don't like how speedy Yukikaze seems to be. I don't think it's that much faster than the other Japanese destroyers, although 65 is actually pretty speedy. I think the other ones go 61, don't they? Actually, I don't know anymore what the speed of other Japanese destroyers is. But Yukikaze feels kind of speedy. That's just going to be a pain to deal with because I can't go through its shrapnel protection. There goes a... No, that's the front side shooting up, so that's not a torpedo kill, sadly. I was hoping it was a torpedo kill, but it isn't. There's definitely some coastal vessels about. A R5M, really? Well, let's get the guns to bear. Hit it. I can still shoot it. Oh, you made a mistake now, haven't you, PT6? Be gone. I'm going to do something very brave and assume some of my teammates will be going for the B point. Okay, that fighter should be dead. The R5M is launching rockets at me. No, I don't think he'll ever hit me. I don't remember that room being modelled on other destroyers in the Japanese tree. It's a friendly aircraft I'm hearing, I suppose. It is. That got me really worried there for a second. Oh, hello, Albatross. To be honest, this is the BR to see Albatrosses. 37-47. Oh well. Just need to make it to the sea point rather quickly. so used to swapping to tertiary weapons for the 25s, but this thing only has 127s and 30 and 25s. So air guns are opening up on actual air target. It's SM91, which could be dangerous. I don't have any anti-air shells loaded. Come on, level 100 crew. Or I can just slam him straight in the face with 127s. That's also a possibility. We will definitely take those. We really need to get to the point. It'd be kind of a shame to lose this match. Can we do 2 for 2, you think? Not quite.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
We've got an Alvin on the edge of the B point, man. Come on. Is he sailing away? He's sailing away from B point. Why?
Attack the B point.
I think the Bagley is, yeah, but is he going to get there in time is a bigger question. Oh, this thing actually just got radar as well. Neat. Come on. If anybody dies, the game's over. And there we go. Friendly Listral died. Still, pretty fun match in the Yukikaze, although mostly just clobbering coastals. And one unfortunate SM91. You know what I really want to play again that I haven't played in ages? And that's the British destroyer lineup. But like they're 4-3 destroyer lineup, but they're all 4-7s now, aren't they? I think 4.7 is a little bit too high to be really fun. And 4.3 just Calpin has Ampersand, so never mind. I think we'll just stay with the 4.0s then. Play another game at this BR. Okay, that was fairly quick. Alrighty, Cactus. Be seeing you around. Fiji, and the interesting part about Fiji is that I made this map deeper. Meaning, you can actually move through here in destroyers now. The other day I was in Yubari, and I managed to go through here in the Yubari. So you can actually go to this middle island now in your destroyers. So that should be pretty fun, if you can pull it off. First we'll launch a torpedo spread. And there we go.
通りか。発射管準備。
I'm just gonna launch that one so that both launchers will be empty. Oh well, don't have a reload. So I don't have to deal with the annoying reload bug. Hopefully.
識別完了。目標。実艦。
おい、ドクターマルド、5000メートル。
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
実艦。おい、ドクターマルド、7000メートル。
Don't really want to shoot that leopard at range. Seems like a bit of a pain. What does the BR actually do this match? Bro.
実艦。
Brave.
おい、
4-7, so we are uptiered quite a bit. It's 3-7-4-7. Okay, no 5-0s, no cruisers. That guy seems to be moving quite aggressively, so let's shoot him.
前方に
I think that leopard doesn't really know what he's doing yet, so they should be bullying him. Please don't let me be wrong about the depth here now. Because the other side could move through and your bar, surely your cruiser can go through here. Your destroyer can move through here.
敵に砲弾命中。
The enemy is winning.
前方に危険な浅瀬。
It's giving me a lot of warnings. Fine. We'll be fine.
実艦。おい、ドロップマルド。
Please let me be fine.
前方に危険な浅瀬。
Quite there yet on the bank.
軽巡洋艦。
And we are moving across it.
7000メートル。
So yeah, this map has become a lot more interesting for destroyers now. Being able to move through these islands here.
衝突コースを避けよ。軽巡洋艦。おい、ドヨンマルド、7000メートル。
I definitely wouldn't try that in a heavy cruiser though.
Attack the B point.
通りか。
Getting something light,
識
sure.
別完了。目標。海軍艦。
おい、ドクターマルド、6000メートル。
識別完了。目標。
BJ2 just sitting right
おい、
there.
ドロップマルド、4000 メ
Seems
ー
like
トル。
a nice squishy target for my 127s.
識別完了。目標。海軍艦。
おい、ドクターマルド、6000メートル。
上限更新。
Allied forces have captured a zone.
識別完了。目標。実艦。
おい、ドマルマルド、6000メートル。前方に
Which
危
is a
険
good
な
rock to hide behind though.
敵陣。
識別完了。目標。小型艇。
おい、ドクターマルド、1000メートル。
He's gonna push out. Is he going to push out?
おい、
And blap.
1000メートル。
Okay, that didn't actually kill him, but it did not cut his gun. There we go. Ooh, a drache.
深い、疾患。おい、ダーチマルド、5000メートル。
識別完了。目標。小型艇。
おい、マルロクマルド、3000メートル。
I was very tempted for a sec to actually try and torpedo it, but I don't think that's a good idea.
小型艇。おい、
Should try and set myself up to
3000メートル。
go towards the sea point, I think. Didn't really care about getting the capture point because, I mean, it's not like I need to get the RP.
Destroy enemy troops.
衝突警報。
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Okay, so this is going to be dangerous because I need to turn away at high speed now. Or at least keep my speed up so I can maneuver. Get him.
思うか
Just need to be careful for torpedoes, but it doesn't think he got any of them away. Should be good. So let's move on to the sea point.
兵士
The
の艦
Drache did get my teammate in the Gabbiano there. So let's see about... Ah, he's already been finished off, never mind. Hello there, Tukumkari. It's an AI though, so it's not that big of a worry.
目標に命中渡手多い高田丸戸 7000m 目標破壊
Drache has
敵
been
艦
sunk.
が傾いて減速している
We've got a deal right in front of me. Which we can't really pen, but it does have nice open gun turrets for me to splash. And do an awful lot of damage to.
艦多い止まる丸戸 3000m
Let's enable our radar.
応急班識別完了目標
Because I think we're at the state of the match where we will see
3000m
some aircraft, if
上
any.
限停止
本艦は損傷目標に砲弾命中目標破壊
A bit of a squad there of reserve destroyers. I knew there was going to be somebody sneaking behind me. I just knew it. We do hold 2 other points, it should be fine. Seeing an AI in an Arras is kind of shocking. That is actually behind us, that's fine.
通りか
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Yukikaze is a premium.
多い土曜丸戸 3000m
It wasn't that expensive though for a rank 2. Rank 3 rather.
振りかじパ
Oof, okay.
ー自習
There's a few. I'd have to double check. There's actually, does Akazuki have radar? I think Akazuki has radar. Should.
止まる丸戸
Matsu has radar. The 3.71. I don't think any of this type of destroyer has radar though. I think it's only the anti-air destroyers. Which are the type A's or B? I don't really remember what the types are for the Japanese destroyers.
上限停止
Attack the B point.
敵に命中
They've got like 3 major types. You have the Yugamos and I think Shimakaze is being one, Akazuki being one, and Amatsu being another. No V990, we're not going to do that. I was still very much aware you were there. Now it is. I shouldn't be hesitating, I need to go forward and fast. Because his torpedoes are very fast. But it should be good.
動かじいっぱい
And also, to be perfectly honest, this radar is not good. A plane takes up like 2 or 3 segments, so you only get a rough estimate of where it's coming from.
止まる丸戸
There's also no IFF, obviously, so it's just a bit of a... It's also not a targeting radar, so you don't get a radar lead with it. Just purely a search radar. Yeah. It's just there to give me an early warning if there's an aircraft approaching,
7000m
basically.
前方に危険な浅瀬艦着近
通りか
Now, I'm doing something very stupid. V990 has mines. Now, will he have used them?
前方に危険な浅瀬衝突警報
I'm gonna be real with you. I've played at the Yamato event that Team Sim did. Having radar lead would have done nothing for you because there's just way too many targets.
前方
It is just way too many aircraft.
自習を
And the main guns don't get any air shells anyway, so... meh. Ooh, what is that? MB410? Look at MB410. He's coming around, he's coming around. 25s don't have the... He's going to miss. Okay, 25 gunners are on point. Absolutely slapped his 500 kilo bombs. Something isn't right about that radar setup, because the horns are clipping through each other. Another radar target over there. Let's try this. He's flying very slow. Come on, let's not lead. He's climbing now. Ah, we'll never know if that one hit or not. Sad. Okay. Do we stick with this BR or do we move on to something else? You know what, let's actually try a British 4-7 lineup. So of course daring and... this is not quite the correct lineup, let's just make a new one. And move it up all the way. Yep. So this will be a 4-7 lineup. We can start with Armada, I guess. But I really want to play those 4.7-inch guns again. It's been ages. Let's do Mohawk, sure. And I'd actually rather do Eskimo rather than Cadiz. Calvin, do I not have any others? Abdeel is 4.7 nowadays, okay. Is that really all for the 4.7 destroyers? I thought there were more. Jervis, but I'm not going to buy Jervis just for this. Let's replace Nepal. I think that'll do it, really. Let's see what these destroyers are like nowadays. BG again. Definitely not complaining about that. Which one is the fastest of these destroyers? Kelvin is pretty fast, okay. Although Abdeel is fastest. But it isn't a destroyer, so... let's do this.
Secure the ship for sea. Engine, flank speed.
4-0, so we are in the down tier. That's lovely to see. 5-0 to 4.0? Great. Actually, for a lineup, right? It is great.
Action station. Enemy spotted.
Couldn't ask for a better 4.7 match. I put that to nothing. There we go.
Chips. Helmet ships. Aye. Destroyer. Port. 7,000 meters.
Actually, I should put it to system so I can hear the callouts. And the one problem with most of these British destroyers is that all their ammo racks are very vulnerable. And I remember not liking these destroyers when I played them last. Just by how quickly people would snipe your ammo racks. We should be fine. Definitely do need to keep an eye out for where I'm actually going. That guy's reversing. Okay, I thought he was actually turning in. Hence why I was undershooting so much, but he's just reversing in his spawn. Okay. That is certainly something you can do. Hello, Fletcher. No lead. Get a nice hammer rack on that backy. Absolutely nothing against this Fletcher. Quite floaty shells though. What a high arc. Shooting low.
Hold your helm. Aye, steer port. Target identified. Destroyer.
I'm not sure if I should actually stay in these islands for a little bit. And just shoot some destroyers over there. Or whether or not I should push towards B, but I don't think actually pushing is necessary at the moment. Since there's no enemy coastals pushing it. We've got ourselves a friendly coastal in the area. So let's see if we can do some shooting from cover in this area. Okay, that's a shell room detonation. Love seeing those. Damage is a little bit inconsistent though. Seems like pans don't really do much. I'm hearing shells was over me, so I need to be careful.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Enemy vessel sunk. Enemy destroyer. Port. 5,000 meters. Starboard your helm. Aye, steer starboard.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad little spot there. Now let's move in
Hold your helm.
a bit closer to the sea point. Fletcher. Over to there, okay.
Dangerous shallows ahead.
Destroy the target.
Port forward. Hardport. Aye.
Collision alarm's a little bit obnoxious, but we'll have to deal with it.
Enemy.
And pop goes that Fletcher.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Orc Naval all the way over there. Trying to flank or spawn.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Destroyer's now dead. Let's put gunners on all targets just in case there is a coastal vessel that just jumps me out of nowhere.
Hold your helm. Engine. 2 turns.
Somebody over there.
Just a little more.
It's just an AI Terra Nova.
Only be ours. Helm. Hard aport.
And Pop Ghost is at 15. Already a pretty good match.
Prepare torpedo.
You know what? I will actually spam some torpedoes as well. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, actually, okay. That HE did a lot of damage, but my torpedoes might hit him. So let's see what happens. Let's go for another Mada next. Sure, we'll still keep fighting around the sea point, but maybe take less ammo. And there goes my torpedo hit.
Action station. Enemy spotted. Target identified. Destroyer. Target identified. Torpedo bomb.
Never mind, I'll just got him. Thought there was another aircraft up there, but could be mistaken. I was not mistaken. This thing does not have radar, okay. That kind of surprises me.
Keep it up and victory will be ours. Hold your helm. Aye. Vehicle. Engine. 2 turns.
And he's capturing B point, so let's get back to there as quickly as possible. He's been shot down.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Yeah, these shells are definitely very lofty. Very high firing arcs. Despite the range.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Does make it so I have to lead an awful lot though.
Hold your helm.
And yeah, I was too focused on actually finishing off that destroyer that I run straight into a rock. But I think it's worth it.
Helm. Midships. Helm midships. Aye.
Still quite a few enemies left.
Dangerous shallows ahead. Target identified.
So I'm not quite sure where. There's an element. The air guns are opening up something long range. It's been shot down already. But the AI Albatross is just absolutely murdering people.
Hold your helm. Aye, steer port.
I am somehow surprised that B point hasn't been captured yet, despite how long it's been. So there seems to be still quite a few players around here. Also, the Jukakazi apparently somehow torpedoed the Z-15 among this island group. There we go. That's an AI. This thing should be pretty good now.
Engine, all stop. Engine, all ahead. Dangerous
Let's
shallows
see if I can do some damage to this German destroyer before the match ends. I need to give way more lead than I think I do.
Collision, alert. Overshot. Dangerous shallows ahead.
Not an awful lot of damage though from these shells. Should have plenty of pen. 900 grams of TNT, okay. Not great, but shell weight is 23 kilos. That's very light, isn't it? Even for this size. I need to compare it to some other ships I know. It's 4.5 inches, 114 millimeters. So let's compare it to Nakazuki after this, maybe.
Correct hit. Shells on top. Enemy destroyed. Engine, all astern. Destroyer, ahead. 7,000 meters. Starboard your helm. Aye, steer starboard.
Good evening. Well, a little longer and it'll be good morning, but you know what I mean.
Destroyer, starboard. 2,000 meters. Aye, steer port. All hands, stand up. Stow weapons and equipment to storage position.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Definitely want to look at what the shell weight is like on other ships of a similar caliber. 23 kilos seems very light to me. Akatsuki. Then again, it's actually on the heavier side of things. So these are 100mm, not 114. 120 would be good. Other one, which is the 4.7s, I guess. And that's still 4.5. About the same weight, actually. Oh well. I might just not know what I'm talking about. Any other fun lineups? Let's actually see. Oh, but you don't have a 4.0 lineup anymore for Germany for the Z-15. I mean, you do with the Karl Marx, but not even coastal you have a good lineup. I'm 17, but it's I mean, that is a Saturday evening. Should have plenty of spare time. The 4.3 seemed like a pretty fun BR, but at the same time, I kind of... Let's see, the Americans have a fun low BR lineup. They have Bagley and Alwyn, but that's not really a lineup anymore. And 4.7... How about Russia? Also 4.3. Not an awful lot of 5.0 lineups, 4.0 lineups anymore. Italy has one, but it's not the greatest 4.0 lineup. France is also not that great. I might just stick with Japan for a little bit more. Ooh, this should be a fun map to use any of my ships in, really. Since we're using Yukikaze, let's just keep using Yukikaze. .4033, this is looking quite fun. Don't really want to go to the A point. 37, 37, 4.3, so it is a 4.3 maximum BR.
おい止まる丸戸 8000 メートル
戦闘配置に来て敵艦が近接中アジー中を
Somebody who hasn't learned that you can select your own spawn point. Ooh, Murasame should be a fun at this BR. Fall down there for it.
大海艇おい06丸戸 9000 メートル
We'll put gunners to all targets.
衝突警報
You know what, let's just go to the A point anyways. I am not expecting an awful lot of destroyer opposition, although that guy could be dangerous.
06丸戸 9000 メートル
That's one of those 15 centimeter armed destroyers. Short by an inch, practically. Okay, they didn't have a bridge.
止まる丸戸 7000 メートル
Don't auto repair that, but okay.
最高賞交換不能弾着遠距離
And he turned in. If you kept on course and manufacture hit him.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
敵に命中
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
目標撃沈
Yes, seen a couple of bono in the back, which could be annoying. Frigates are always a bit dangerous. Although it does seem to fire an HE, not AP, which is good for me.
おい止まる丸戸 7000 メート
So
ル
AP would definitely have been a lot more dangerous. And I need to start getting into cover.
猛急班
It's just a little bit too much firepower from all directions.
The victory is near.
識別完了目標哨戒艇
おい止まる丸戸 1000 メートル
And of course, this one misses. Well, hits a rock crawler.
Forces have captured a zone.
Let's throw some torpedoes down there.
おい06丸戸 7000 メートル
発射完了
we go. Needs a little spread. Now we just have to try and find out where we're needed. That's a Hoquiam, okay, that's a rare sight. Not entirely sure why it's engaging with the 40s at that range. I can do an awful lot at that range. And now we can use our torpedoes as... Actually, is an AI winning this? This golden wager. It would look like it. Oh, there's our target. And patiently wait for it to come around the corner. Immediately slap with a ranging shot. Maybe just launch a few torpedoes down that way as well. There we go. We'll keep the last 3 in reserve. And this is why we keep it in reserve. Don't have the angle for that, really. He's turning in because he thinks I launched him straight at him. He thinks I led him appropriately, but I didn't. Also, there's an aircraft coming in, which is going to be very unfortunate for me. And that's just direct hit with the torpedo. Lovely stuff. You get out of here. Bye-bye aircraft. My torpedo missed his bow by an inch, which is very disappointing. Very fun to get a kill that way. There seems to be a Stuka diving on me. We have 1 more torpedo spare. And we're just going to launch it roughly at him. I've got this bridge, so he cannot steer efficiently. And now just wait for the fireworks, really. Stop his engines, so he can't really accelerate or decelerate out of it. And now we wait. Fun times. Still a little bit paranoid about that Akabono just behind that rock. I get the feeling they're not keen on moving out. Although,
通りか
is he going to make the mistake again? Pushing out for no real reason?
重大な損傷応急チームで復旧
両舷停止識別完了目標境界で
多い780マルド7000メートル命中
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Still not entirely sure what he's planning to do every time he pokes out.
1000メートル目標に砲弾命中応急出手完了現在に重大な損傷を受けた
識別完了目標実艦
多い08マルド7000メートル実艦多い08マルド7000メー
I'm
トル
surprised that one full salvo didn't just immediately murder his PT boat.
敵に砲弾命中重大な損傷応急チームで復旧目標破壊敵艦が傾いて減速している直撃
識別完了
That is a T-14's torpedo apparently going to mommy.
08マルド
And passive.
命中 魚雷命中 敵艦撃沈炎上紹介で
And again, the Capola moves out. The Kazuchi actually. And does nothing.
目標境界で
多い08マルド
And now he's actually going to flood to death.
敵に命中敵艦傾斜減速中敵艦に魚雷命中
At some point you'd think they'd realize that doing the same thing over and over again is not going to actually make it any more likely to be a good move.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
自中を
You, I need to kill.
両舷停止識別完了目標片手
多い14マルド1000メートル衝撃に備え
高級班
目標に砲弾命中
PT boat is some
実艦
rockets, and that torpedo is looking good. Very good even.
直撃
There we go. Another torpedo hit.
1000メートル
識別完了目標実艦
多い14マルド
Actually going to sink due to this PT-15. But I'm going to take it with him. That's good.
敵に命中
I've got a torpedo heading straight for the German destroyer. I think the game's going to be over before that torpedo hits Zamora. I really hope... There it is. I was hoping the torpedo would still reach. Come on.
完了
Nah. And we got ourselves a new camo. Not entirely sure whether I actually like the standard camo more or not. Can't change the... Yeah, you can change the scale, okay. Oh well. We'll just keep running this. Unless somebody else wants to see something... some other BR. Or some other nation.
戦闘用最大戦争
5-0, so we are on a full up tier,
攻撃に
which
備え
could be kind of nasty on this map.
思うか
指揮官方位ダイヤモンド8000メートル
戦
So
闘
I
配
don't
置
really have any cruisers spawned in just yet. An AI you're not, which is not a threat really. And I'm going to turn towards the other coastal spawn, because I don't want to crowd our coastals.
Excuse me!
I'm going to have to need an explanation of how a R130 hull broke at 12 for 12, but sure. That's something that happened. I am also getting shot to pieces by this unit.
安着
For some reason the AI seems to have become very accurate sometimes. Just sometimes.
登場
Enemy forces in the zone.
前方に危険な浅瀬
高級班被害区画へ投入もうか
There's an HMS Diamond on the enemy team.
方位ガラス丸度6000メートル
With the Jeanne d'Arc. Also a cruiser support, but not much else. I really don't understand. Oh, because this guy just got up there with a squad mate, didn't he? Yep. Sad. I'll 8 up already?
から報告敵機環境
Okay.
レーダー探知攻撃機左舷方向 1000m 接近中
We're losing.
敵航空機撃墜
識別完了目標
I mean, that's a rare sight, although that's an AI.
1000m
And seeing a player on a Jaguar is quite a rare sight.
識別完了目標渡って
方位ダイヤモンド 7000m 命中
To keep my eyes open now.
前方に危険な浅瀬
識別完了目標渡って
It's an AI.
頑張る丸度
There's our dangerous target.
識別完了目標指揮官
方位頑張る丸度 7000m 敵に命中 渡って
Not sure why my shells are disappearing like that.
丸度 1000m 前方に危険な浅瀬
Get some torpedoes away.
射艦準
See if that does anything.
突撃者
Now we try to immobilize the diamond.
方位丸度 1000m 弾着
Another Japanese were over there though.
目標に砲弾命中
Might actually crew kill it before my torpedoes hit, but I think.
敵破壊
There we
前
go.
方に危険な浅瀬
The torpedo hit as well.
思う
Now I am not repairing.
直
I think
撃
repairing an engine at this point is going to be a bit stupid. Need to be a bit careful about this guy's torpedoes, because there they go.
登場
I need to get myself moving behind cover ASAP, but with a damaged engine it's going to be a bit difficult.
7000m
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
So I am going to have to repair the engine just to get myself into cover.
目標に命中
最大戦争
Let's just launch a few torpedoes of my own. Launch angles are very awkward.
核弾点目標の手前攻撃開始
missiles from the other side as well, so I am just dead.
前方に危険な浅瀬
総員離艦内科
Let's
艇
see if I
救
can
命
launch
艇
a few more torpedoes. And well, let's try Harukaze now. Maybe take a few less shells, especially less VT. Did get to Hatsuharu. That's great.
アジ州
Got an assist on Smelly, that's also great.
敵に砲弾命中敵艦が傾いて減速している
無火事急げ
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
目標に命
And
中
now we need to try and get to one of the caps again. That's an AI Coragiere, so not that much of a threat.
識別完了目標実艦
多い
There's that guy again in a Smelly.
不毛
Nearly enough to lead size. Actually, okay. That's pretty close to the required lead. Yeah, I'll let the bow shoot up that yacht, that's fine. Actually activate my radar just in case an aircraft shows up. I am not getting the correct range for this target, but it's now sunk. We are capturing the B point, that's great. I sunk the guy that was on the C point. So the enemy is no longer capturing that. And now we have to deal with the Akatsuki. I'm hearing a friendly aircraft by the looks of it. Seeing as there's a friendly aircraft on the minimap and no aircraft on my radar. Kind of putting myself in a very bad position. So, already too late, okay. I was about to turn back in towards the island, but nope, I need to keep going on the route I was going and get behind the island and going towards. Seems I've become the target of the Akatsuki as well. There is now a hostile aircraft on the radar. At least I think I saw something on radar. have been mistaken.
実艦
多い高田丸と 1000m 識別完了4境界艇多いダイヤ丸と 1000m
両面停止
What on earth are they shooting at? Something all the way over there, okay.
多い軽く丸と 1000m 合意に達する本艦は船体に損傷を受けた
Now if we can get dispersion to work with me, I should be able to sink this Russian destroyer pretty quickly. Let's switch back over to my targeting data.
合意に達する本艦は船体に損傷を受けた敵に命中
Getting some pretty bad dispersion patterns.
目標に砲弾命中小型艇多い河内丸と 3000m
Let's stop targeting that guy and maybe start shooting these people over here.
境界艇
多い高田丸と 4000m
識別完了4実艦
多い高田丸と 4000m 合意に達する本艦は船体に損傷を受けた
総理か
敵に砲弾命中
Bit of an awkward spot because when I go towards the A point I'm going to basically just reduce my firepower to a third. I don't really want to do that.
動かじ
Why am I still shooting short when I'm trying to aim high?
目標に命中合意に達する本艦は船体に損傷を受けた着弾点目標の砲弾命中
思うか
直撃
5-inch 38 really doesn't want to work with me when it's in low numbers. It just really doesn't.
丸と 1000m 金弾
That leopard should have been long dead, but I just have not been able to hit him reliably.
識別完了4境界艇
合意に達する本艦は船体に損傷を受けた
Okay, if we lose 3 more players, we're done for. So, Japanese destroyer. The Akazuki player from earlier.
頑張る丸と 1000m 命中
One more player. And it could be very possible that I'll be that one player.
資金弾
And nope, they have decaptured the points, never mind.
弾着ね合意に達する本艦は船体に損
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of the Harakazu like that. Just a lot of missed shells due to dispersion. Let's see if we can swap it out for something else. Not really. Guess I'll just have to stick with it. You know what, let's try German 4.0 anyways. Or 4.3. That's a bit of a disgusting lineup. Let's actually make a normal one. Set 15. Karl Marx to make it a 4.0 lineup. Do we have a normal coaster that does battle rating yet? Buzzard. Use Buzzard. And then some aircraft, surely. What do I have over here? I have the torpedo bomber one. That counts as a fighter as well, isn't it? So let's change this one to an actual bomber. Or bomber adjacent at least. This one gets that really big bomb now, doesn't it? Yeah, this one. Could be funny. It'll be for later. Let's just try and see what we can do with the Z-15. And so we wait again. Something which has been entirely unsurprising to me ever since this update got released is that for years, right, you've heard people say, oh, I'll play Naval when they add Bismarck, oh, I'll play Naval when they add Iowa, I'll play Naval when they add Yamato. The ships are finally added, and guess what? Player numbers are still the same. So granted, just the few words of individuals don't really kind of guarantees that you won't see a major increase. But I am curious how many people have said, oh, I'll play Naval if they add X top battleship, have actually started playing Naval. And just slow down for the Alban Pass. Because there's a spot on this map I love to go to. And I think the Alban has the same idea. RNA up tier again. But we can live with that. Basically, just behind this island and you have perfect overwatch over the A point. This thing's the grind is not that bad. At least to me, grind has never really felt all that bad. It does get a little bit monotonous, especially at top tier. But for lower tier stuff, I don't see the problem. No spotted destroyers over here, that's a bit odd. Okay, that's an Elbing. Not ideal for me to face. Let's see if we can maybe start sniping this Mutsuki. Also at range, we don't have great pen. The Mutsuki doesn't actually have armor, it's the mommy that actually has an armored plate. Okay, let's lead.
Our victory is here.
Ziel getroffen!
Maschinen, volle Fahrt zurück!
Gut! Pfeile! 100! 5000 Meter! Wirkungstreffer!
Maschinen, stopp!
And we are going to park right here. Smoke screens don't work like that. If you're not going to turn away, there's no point.
Liegen im Ziel! Feind kränkt und verliert an Fahrt!
I'll get an assist. Alrighty.
Gut! Pfeile! 100! 5000 Meter! Volltreffer! Wir wurden beschädigt!
Seeing an M802, and we show absolutely no mercy to M802s.
Feind vernichtet! Gegner getroffen! Zerstörer! Pfeile! 4-0! 2000 Meter!
A little more effort, the objective will be ours.
Do actually need to be careful of my shells, because I'm expending them quite rapidly.
Kraft zurück!
So I might have to
Das Feuer liegt weg!
get myself to the A point sooner rather than later.
Gesichtet! Direkter Treffer!
To ammo-rack the ship, there we go.
Oder, Steuerbord!
Ammo-racking Mitsukis is always fun.
Maschinen, stopp!
Speaking of more Mitsukis,
Wir wurden beschädigt! Kollisionsgefahr! Feind getroffen! Wirkungstreffer! Feindliches Schiff
there we
versenkt!
go.
Feind hat Schlagseite und wird langsamer! Zerstörer! Einer! 1-0! 7000 Meter!
It's a friendly shooting army, isn't it? Yep.
Zu kurz! Zu links! Leichter Kreuzer! Pfeile! 1-0! 6000 Meter! Gegner getroffen! Wir wurden beschädigt!
And let's shoot the rear of this German destroyer.
Das Feuer liegt decken!
Sure thing. See you around.
Feind hat Schlagseite und verliert an Fahrt!
Maschinen, volle Fahrt zurück! Oder hart Backbord!
Jawohl, Bruder, Backbord.
Reparaturtrupp mit Schadensbekämpfung beginnen! Bruder, Mitschiff!
Jawohl, Bruder, Mitschiff.
Let's see if I can get to the A point and reload a bit. So I'm running a little bit low on shells. I really not want to run out of them. Also, there's not much time left in this match anyways.
Ziel identifiziert. Zerstörer.
Heilung! 4-0! 4000 Meter! Zerstörer! Heilung! 4-0! 2000 Meter! Zerstörer! Heilung!
Let's get those rear guns on target and see what we can do to this Vega.
Feuerbord.
Jawohl, Steuerbord steuert! Ziel getroffen!
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Ziel brennt! Direkter Treffer!
My ship isn't. Okay, also an aircraft tank one, but Z-15 is filled to the brim with anti-air guns, so we should be okay.
Heilung! 1-0! 4000
So
Meter!
I'm not the one getting the kill, sadly,
Und verliert
on the
an Fahrt!
aircraft.
Nahtreffer! Schüsse liegen im Ziel!
I can't quite seem to finish off this Vega either with a good hit.
Feindliches Schiff brennt!
Seems to be straddling all over the place. And I've run out of shells.
Heilung!
I have run out of shells in the front guns, and I have 3 shells between 2 guns in the rear.
Ziel identifiziert.
Oh boy.
Zerstörer.
Heilung! 8-0! 3000 Meter!
And the way this game reloads shells on the main guns is not great either. Although luckily game's over,
Kein Feind mehr.
all shells fired.
Kampfgebiet frei. Auftrag erfüllt.
Alright. And I got a camo for the Z-15, but I already have a user camo on it. I think we'll do one more. With what shall we play? Let's play some reserves, maybe. Yeah, Matsuki and those two are still reserves. Let's see what we can do with these two. And throw Satsuki in there for good measure as well. Wait, why are these planes no longer spaded? Oh, they got 800 kilo bombs? Okay. Oh, I need to replay all my Key 49s then. Did this one also get an 800 kilo bomb? It did, but that's not why it's not spaded. Why is this thing not spaded? Oh, engine fire, okay. Fire prevention. All the Key 49s need to be respaded. Them getting a 500 kilo bomb is pretty... An 800 kilo bomb is pretty good. I think it's a bit more viable in naval as well. Oh well. We'll get back to that at another time. Let's take the Key 48 for some fun anti-ship missile stuff. And play one more match. But I think I'm going to call it after this match. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Okay, Northport. Are we on the correct side of Northport as well? Well, the good side of Northport, rather. Very small match. Okay. 3-3, 3-3, and 4. Oh, it isn't up there. Also, that's an odd lineup. Can't see other lineups, obviously. And we're waiting for the server. It's been a while since I've seen this bug pop up. People on my team are already leaving. Yeah. This is a bug that sometimes pops up where it just takes ages and ages to load, but eventually it will load. So we're just going to wait. Because we have time, although it seems that both of my teammates have left. So I'm in for a very fun fight, I guess. Kind of hoping more of the enemy team is going to leave. There we go. There's me and one other enemy. He's a level 100 though. What is their naval record? Not an awful lot, so that's probably also a reserve player. That's good to know. And we just keep waiting. In the meantime, the AI is going to have all their fun. Yeah, that's been a while since I've had this bug. A very long while. Nah, did the guy in another team leave? Nope. There's even people joining. Already 3 minutes into the match and we still can't spawn. At the rate this is going, we'll be here for quite a while. So I think I should probably just cut my losses and return to hangar. Now, if I get crew locked, that's going to be very funny. I didn't, okay. On to the next match then. And hope this time we can actually spawn. Fiji would also be a nice map to play, and we can actually play it this time. That's an awful lot of ammo that I don't need. Let's do that. Okay, and I need ideally. What's the matchmaking looking like? 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, and then me 3-3. So I have absolutely no idea if this is down or an up tier. Ideally, however, is a 3.7, so there's already a slight up tier. But we don't have any 3.7, so that's going to be a problem.
識別完了目標哨戒艇
おい3蓋丸ぞ
Decent opening salvo. Let's keep that up. Okay, slammed into the leopard.
応急縮小左舷に大きく傾斜している
Let's just slow down because I get a feeling he'll want to cut me off. And let's also just do sorry for that because that was a hard hit. We have some more enemies in coastals. This duty should be going down now. There we go.
直撃
Valuable first kill, I think.
不毛
Okay, and the leopard's going to cut straight in front of me without actually knowing how quickly I'll catch up to him. And I weren't adjusting speed and course, I'll just slam right into him again.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Our VLT only had one vehicle apparently. Yep, of course. Don't really like seeing these two reserve vehicle lineups.
前方に危険な浅瀬
They really shouldn't be using reserve coastals together with the reserve blue water. That is a 4.0. So we did get a full up tier and we're only in, well, not full up tier, it'd be 4.3. But a pretty big up tier and we only have 3.3s on our team. At least last I
前方に
checked.
危険な浅瀬
Okay, we do have a 3.7. Yeah, other than that, nothing but 3.3s.
合理か
We're ahead of the enemy.
前方に危険な浅瀬
The Matsukis luckily have very good forward firing arcs for the first three guns. So you can angle them quite steeply and still get a lot of your firepower on target.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Being able to actually move into these islands now as destroyers is very nice.
前方に危険な浅瀬
That's for a little bit more variety on this map as you're playing a destroyer. Of course, that is if you don't beat yourself, like I just did.
更新識別完了目標小型艇 識別完了目標実艦
Naval and Kamak now been kind of at the rear. Let's just shoot the engines first. I'll hit a rock if I open fire, so I'll just hold fire for a second. He repaired his engines, so I just keep shooting the engines instead of trying to go for ammo. It's a bit risky.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Got the ammo anyways, and now we got Nashville in my face, but that's because I was right in front of his spawn. So that's my fault really. do something about his German destroyer, maybe. I think it's a little bit optimistic to try and go for ammo with just one gun.
砲弾命中
Did lose the Mitsuki in front. So I have to worry about destroyer over there and destroyer in front. Can no longer shoot that guy.
Thank you very much.
もうか
Attention to the map.
Let's throw these guns around.
Attention to the designated
And deal with the guy behind our spawn. Or get ammo wrecked by the guy that should be flooding to death. Of course. And that's why it's very valuable to actually finish off your targets. And not just wait for them to sink on their own.
Holy cow.
That is
somebody
just
attack him.
strange. Pathing. But I guess if you have the A and B point secure, why go for the B point?
目標に砲弾命中
戦闘配置につけ敵艦が近接中
敵目標艦撃沈
大火事いっぱい
爆弾点目標の手前目標に命中
思うか
Short by a kilometer because I hit those radar towers, I believe, so let's just ignore that. Try and speed towards the A point. I get the feeling this match is already kind of a lost cause.
The enemy controls most of the strategic zones. If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Don't really have any targets to shoot either. Other than the coastal here and there. There's also an AI clamps, that's not really my priority.
別完了目標実艦
That's an AI Mitsuki. I really want to try and see if I can see some players. I think HE will be a bit more effective against the Aras.
命中
Although the sub seems to be doing just fine as well. Of course, this Mitsuki seems to be an AI of the accurate variety, so I have to deal with it quickly.
自中
But game's gonna be over before I even get into this cap. Alright.
高級班外企へ投入
Yep, game's over. Bit of a disappointment, but I think we just got screwed over by the matchmaker there. In terms of BR. What's the word? Distribution, that's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, that will be it for tonight. Just had a bit of fun at low tiers, because why not? Definitely need to look a bit closer at cruiser battle ratings, but they seem pretty fun. 5.7 and below. I definitely need to actually play 5.7 itself nowadays too. 6.0 battleships definitely still feel a little bit weird to me. But other than that, pretty fun time. So the next time I'll be live will be in 2 weeks instead of next week. And I'll probably be grinding battleships in 2 weeks to get my trees back up to completion. So yeah, thank you all for coming to watch this evening, and I will see you all next time round.